In honor of the NBA season kicking off, I wanted to rank some GOATs, so let's get right to it. Off the bat, we got Dwayne Wade. I mean, Dwayne Wade is arguably, the third greatest shooting guard of all time after, Kobe, Michael, 1, 2. Then Dwayne Wade, some would argue. AI maybe, James Harden, but I don't think AI or James Harden can really compete with Dwayne Wade because of what he was able to accomplish, his championships. He's tier 2. He's definitely tier 2. Shaquille O'Neal, 4 championships, him and Kobe. Not quite GOAT status. He was definitely up there, but again, I think you got to go tier 2 with Shaq. I mean, what he was able to do, people are going to argue and say he carried Kobe, but if you know basketball, if you watch those years, if you know the playoff stats, not just the final stats, you see they don't win those championships without Kobe Bryant. Wilt Chamberlain's a little difficult because he's arguably the most physically talented. He arguably has the best stats. I mean, some of the stats from back in the day are just insane. He has the 100-point game, which again, if you want to talk about the 100-point game and compare it to Kobe's 81, make sure you check out my video, the annotations in the top right corner. Hit that link, check it out. It's really good. But Wilt only had 1 championship, and that's what really kind of holds him back. Well, again, I do understand why some people do have him in that GOAT kind of conversation for what he did, when he did, how he did it. I don't think he creeps up. I think he's tier 2. I think he's kind of like Shaq in just a different way, where Shaq, I just tier 2. Hakeem Olajuwon, he's the dream shake. He has some of the best footwork in history. Kobe, LeBron, a lot of these players went to him for help. He has 2 championships. He scooped his championships basically during Michael Jordan's hiatus, but I don't know if he truly pushes into that top tier of centers, and because of that, I have to go tier 3. Allen Iverson, oh my goodness, bro. Allen Iverson, one of the top 5 greatest shooting guards of all time. However, not a single championship. I gotta go tier 4, right? Allen Iverson, tier 4. Again, I mean, he was crazy. He crossed up Jordan. I mean, he was honestly set the culture. He changed a lot. But if we're comparing people here, I mean, is Dwayne Wade that far ahead of Allen Iverson? I mean, Dwayne Wade has a lot more championships. I have to say so, yes. Bill Russell. Drink your water. The guy has 11 championships. Regardless of what you think it was against or how many teams were in the league, you got to put him up there. GOAT status. Bill Russell's up there. Who is this guy? Next up, we got Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley, ringless as well, was an absolute force. Just like Allen Iverson, drug his team to the finals to play against Jordan. Almost won, not quite, but I'm going to put him right there next to Allen Iverson. It's about scooping those championships. Julius Erving. Now, see, Julius Erving is one of the best basketball players of all time. People don't quite realize it wasn't just what he did in the NBA. I do believe he had a very successful career before in the ABA, whatever league it was before when they merged. But Julius Erving was the Michael Jordan before Michael Jordan, and again, he's going to be tier 2 simply because of he's not in the GOAT conversation, but he's definitely tier 2. He is up there. He's tier 2. Is he that much better than Clyde and Hakeem? I would say so. I was there, I know. Next up is David Robinson. David Robinson got his championship there with Tim Duncan. There in 1999, 2000. He was good, the Admiral. He was awesome, but again, on the comparison of all these guys, is he on the same level of Hakeem? No. Is he better than AI or Charles Barkley individually? Probably not, but he has a championship, and so that's going to put him at tier 4 with them, right? That helps him stay off the bottom row. Kevin Garnett, this is another easy one. Kevin Garnett's going to go up there near, I would say, his 1 championship. Oh man, but he was really good. I don't know if he was Hakeem good because he only had 1 championship. I would put him on tier 4. His championship doesn't quite elevate him enough to get him above these guys. Steph Curry. Oh, mamma mia. Steph Curry. He's not quite in the GOAT conversation, but he's right. I mean, if he got on the championship, he would enter it, right? So that's a quick one. He's going to be right there. Greatest shooter of all time. I mean, honestly, on this row, he's probably the top guy on this row, if we're being completely honest. Move him to the front. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. GOAT status. Bro has 6 championships, 6 MVPs. Longest career ever. Dude was LeBron and Michael, bro, at the same time. He's up there. In fact, arguably, I have him above Bill Russell, for being completely honest. Kevin Durant, incredible player. I think this one's kind of easy. Tier 3. He's obviously not on that because he just needs another championship by himself. He's better than Garnett, Robinson, Barkley, and AI, and I would say he's probably right behind Hakeem. Hakeem, I would say, might be better than Kevin Durant. Dirk Nowitzki, we're going to put him right here with Kevin Garnett, David Robinson. That fits pretty easily. We're just gonna put you tier 5 because almost every one of my channel's viewers is not subscribed to the channel. Do me a huge favor and hit that subscription button. We're trying to get monetized. My dog and I. Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant instantly to the GOAT, to the top. The question is, where do you have him up here? Personally, I value him over Bill Russell, and I value him over Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I've got him at the front so far. I think Kobe Bryant is the most underrated player of all time. It doesn't make sense to me that people say Michael Jordan is so far ahead of everyone else, yet Kobe's identical to him or near identical, but then it doesn't place him like right behind him in terms of where they're ranked. And again, that Shaq Kobe conversation, anyone who knows basketball, who knows history, knows those championships don't happen without Kobe. Not even close. Kobe was so clutch. Not to mention, what did Shaq really win before Kobe? Nothing. Kobe gets there and they win. So I don't think that's even really a conversation to be had. I mean, Kobe Bryant is in the GOAT conversation for sure. Larry Bird, he's in the GOAT conversation. He's up there. He's not Kobe. He's not Kareem. He's not Bill, but he's right there. He's right there. He's up there. That's GOAT. That's easy. Magic Johnson, I would put him behind Kareem, but ahead of Bill and ahead of Larry, if we're being honest. Those five, I mean, dude, he was in the league like 11 years and was in the championship like 9 of those years or something. It was crazy, bro. Magic was super underrated as well, bro. But even Magic called Kobe the greatest Laker of all time. And he was. There was no one that held LA like Kobe did. But Magic was great, no doubt. But I don't think he's ahead of Kareem. LeBron James. Me personally, LeBron James, for what he's done, for how long he's done it, what he's been able to do against who, I truly think he's obviously in the GOAT conversation, obviously. But I don't put him ahead of Kareem. And I don't have him ahead of Kobe. I have him ahead of Magic simply because the longevity aspect. But again, if Magic played for another 10 years, Magic might have 8 championships, but again, he didn't. So LeBron up there, top 3 so far. Jerry West, he's definitely tier 2. If you know your shooting guards, he may have not won very much, but what he did, how he did, he's the logo. He's going to be up here. He's going to be up here right behind Erving, honestly. Scottie Pippen, I mean, he has 6 championships. And at the end of the day, you can't argue that Kobe and Shaq were near equals and not say the same similar to Scottie and Michael. You don't get that many championships without having truly a two-headed monster at the top. 3 if you include the coach. I'm going Scottie Pippen is up here. He's probably ahead of Jerry West, maybe not ahead of Erving, right? Then we got John Stockton. Honestly, you're just not on these guys' levels. Well, if you're going to give it to AI, yeah, we're going to keep everyone off of this guy's level. Carl, you're at the bottom by yourself. You know what you did. You know what you did, bro. Tim Duncan, again, I'm a little biased when I talk about him as a Lakers fan. I recognize that if Kobe's underrated, Tim Duncan is underrated. The idea that if Kobe or Tim Duncan doesn't exist, the other player might arguably have 8 or 9, 10 championships because they stopped each other so many times. The thing about Duncan is that he had a plethora of help his entire career, consistently had the same coach his entire career. He always had Ginobili, Tony Parker, David Robinson, Kawhi Leonard, some high-level player behind him, which many of these players did not, right? Tim Duncan was given the most consistent career. I'm going to put him here ahead of Shaq because of just how much he won, not ahead of Steph because of Steph's just all-time greatness. Then leaves us down to Michael Jordan. And if you're going to ask me, personally, what I believe, obviously Michael Jordan, in my opinion, is going to fall into this area right here at 1 or 2. And if you truly want my honest opinion, I do believe that Kobe Bryant fell victim to 1, being in the shadow of him as he came right after, but 2, Kobe Bryant, his stats are underappreciated because he played during a time in the league. Teams were only scoring 98 points per game, 96 points per game, 100 points per game, whereas early throughout Michael's career and a majority of LeBron's career, teams were averaging 110 to 120 points a game. And that extra 10 to 20 points a game makes a difference in your scoring averages, your assist averages, rebounds. Seriously, drink your water. More shots, more rebounds, assists, more points. So truly, with the Western Conference, Kobe Bryant beat more 50-team wins than any other player en route to his championships. Kobe Bryant went against that Western Conference that had numerous 8th seeds with 50-plus wins. I think the league was honestly at an absolute peak during Kobe's era. I think Michael Jordan set it up. I think Michael Jordan saw the end of the quote-unquote plumber era and entered into like where people really specialize in basketball, and then Kobe took the torch and just the league peaked with defense. It was, I mean, again, if you want to talk about Kobe's 81-point game and how significant it is because of how low scoring was back then, check out my video. It'll be linked at the end of the video here. Yeah, there it is. There's my GOATs. Kobe 1, Michael 2, Kareem 3, LeBron 4, Magic 5, Russell 6, Larry 7, Steph Curry 8, Tim Duncan 9, Shaq 10. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. You know, is this blasphemous? Have I offended you? I think this is a pretty good list. A lot of you are going to be upset about that number 1 pick, but again, I think if you take out the bias, if you take out the argument where he was carried by Shaq, I think if you give him an honest weight to those championships, which he should. He deserves his credit. He has 5 legit championships, and that puts him in a category of really just of where I placed him, and it's just kind of up to you where you want to put him. But again, I appreciate you watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, think about watching either of these videos that's on the screen. As always, hit that sub button and turn on notifications. Go out there and do something great.